Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my nails at home using Polygel.
Alrighty then, well, I'm just gonna get my nail tips out. This is a 500 piece clear nail tip, well-less nails. And I put them on with crazy glue because, you know, I'm crazy too, so. And I like to cut the edges right there. I like to cut them because sometimes they don't always lay down flat on your nail. And so I cut them to make a custom fitting tip for me. But if you happen to be in between two sizes, you have to pick the bigger size. Because if you don't, you're going to pick the small one. You're going to want to put it on your nail. And it's going to want to pop off. And your nail is going to fall off. So long story short, just get the big nail. File the sides, cut the edges if you need to. And glue that sucker on. And now I'm just cutting the tips. Make sure they're even with your other fingers. And now I'm just going to use this straight edge nail clipper to clip the sides of the nails to make it easier to get the coffin shape that I want. It's going to cut down my filing time, and it's just going to be all peaches and cream from here on out. Okay, so now I'm using the 100 grit side of a 100-180 filer to make sure I get the nice crispy shape that I want, to make sure these nails is all freaking on same. To get a nice crispy coffin shape, you can't stay on one side for too long because then your nail is going to be all lopsided and whatnot. You got to move side to side. You got to make sure you have a good angle cutting in from your nail. Make sure it's flush with your nail bed. So now I'm going to use my e-file, this baby right here that I got from Amazon for $41, which is pretty freaking cheap for a nail drill. And it came with a bunch of free nail bits and sanding bits. So this thing right here has changed my life. When I first started doing nails, I was filing everything by hand. Even after applying the product, I was shaping the nail by hand. Anyways, by doing this, you're giving your nail a good coarse, surface for the polygel to grab onto and adhere to. So yeah. And you also want to make sure that you file down the connection of where the tip and your natural nail meet to make it look nice and flush, because if you don't, you're going to have a nasty little bump there and it's not going to look cute. But also, do not file on your natural nail with this, because it's going to burn you and it's going to hurt and you're not going to want to do your nails anymore. Now I'm just going back in, getting my shape back, making sure I got what I want. And now you're going to use 99% rubbing alcohol to clean off the dust from your nails. Now for your polygel application, you're going to need a dapping dish, 99% rubbing alcohol, this little brush here with a spatula on the side, an LED light or UV light, but I prefer LED because it cures in 60 seconds rather than 2 minutes. And you're going to need polygel, which is that, and primer. Yeah, don't forget that. You're going to need primer. You're going to focus this primer just on the natural nail. Try not to get it on your skin or your client's skin or whoever you're doing this on, because you could have an allergic reaction. Most people don't, but just don't risk it. So you're gonna let it dry for about 60 seconds to 2 minutes. You're also going to need a UV or LED base coat to put as a foundation for your polygel. You're gonna be nice and neat, put it all over your nail, not on your skin, because then you're gonna have lifting. After you're done putting all that shiznit on your nail, you're gonna pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now for your polygel application. You might find it a little bit difficult to work with this product, but that's because you're learning. So something that I like to do is I dip the end of the spatula into the rubbing alcohol, and that creates like a little barrier, a tiny little barrier, so that it doesn't stick to the brush. Anyways, after you put it on your nail, you're gonna get all up in that cuticle area, just like I'm doing right now. You see there, you get all up in there. You make sure it's nice and smooth and flush or whatever, and you just build the nail. You just build it how you want your nail. Just make sure you have a good apex right where the nail and the nail tip meets, because that's where you're gonna get all your strength from. That's where it hurts the most if you break your nail. If you don't have a good structure, your nail's gonna break from right there, and you're gonna feel it. I'm doing this nail in real time so you can see how long it actually takes me to do a nail, and also so you can see how like I'm not super rough with the product. I just kind of feather it down my nail and it follows my brush. If at any point you start feeling that your brush is getting stuck to the polygel, just go back in and dip it into the rubbing alcohol, wipe it off a little bit, make sure it's moist, not wet, moist, just enough so you can move the product and have enough slip so that you don't drag too much off your nail. Make sure you look at your nail from a bunch of different angles. Look at it from your view, other people's view, sideways, backways, upways, downways. You know, make sure you have the structure you need. Make sure it looks nice. Make sure you have a nice round apex. Make sure your cuticle area is flush. Just make sure, please. And y'all, I'm sorry I go out of frame every 5 seconds. You guys, my tripod is 6 inches tall. How am I supposed to work with a 6-inch tall tripod? Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's my fault, but I'm trying to make it work. So in between nails, I like to do a 10-second cure, a safety cure for myself, just because I know I always end up touching my nail on something or bumping into something. This way, if it ends up touching something, the surface is already somewhat dry, so that just provides a little cushion for me.
And now we're just going to cure that for a full minute. And when it comes out of the lamp, just because this is a gel product, it's going to have an inhibition layer. So that means it's going to be sticky at the top, and you're going to have to remove that with a piece of paper or a piece of like towel, whatever, and rubbing alcohol. Now I like to go back in with my file before I do my drilling, because after adding all that product, sometimes the shape can get lost. Now I'm going in with my fine carbide cone drill bit, which is a safety bit. Safety bit means it has a rounded end, which means it cannot cut you. So I like to use this around the cuticle area so I can get really deep in there to make the cuticles nice and flush, make it look like it's my own nail. And yeah. You can also use this bit all over the nail, which you will see that I do at the end, because I don't know why I just didn't do it to begin with. But yeah, I did all the cuticle areas on all the nails, and then I went back and went over all the nails. I'm sorry if you hear my dog in the background. She is just going crazy. I don't know why. And you want to be careful with this drill bit, because I know it can't cut you, but you can take off way too much product without trying. If you leave it in one spot for too long, it's just going to dig right into your nail and going to leave a big dent. And you're going to have to go back and refill it, and that is going to be a pain. It's going to be a pain. You really want to make sure you're sealing that cuticle area. If you don't, go in there and take out the acrylic that's stuck on your skin, or the polygel that's stuck on your skin or anywhere else, you're gonna have lifting. It's really crucial that you do this, because you don't want to have nails that are gonna lift after a week. No one does. It's not cute. It's not fun. Your hair gets caught in it. You can't do anything. So yeah, I just kind of did this for every nail. Kind of went over them, make sure I had the right shape and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, sorry about not being in frame all the time. It's kind of hard trying to do this on camera on yourself, especially. Now I'm just gonna go back in with my file, tidy up the sides, make sure that shape is on point. I'm so sorry I'm not in frame again. I'm sorry. Alright, so after you're satisfied with the shape and everything, we're just gonna go back and brush off all the dust and use a medium fine buffer. You can get this at Sally's or literally not anywhere but most beauty supply stores. And you're just buffing the surface of the nail to get rid of any harsh lines that might have been left behind by the e-file or the regular file. Now dust off the nails, and then you're gonna clean them and cleanse them with your rubbing alcohol. And now you can see your finished product. Now I'm just going to be using this Elite 99 gel polish. I usually get these in like packs of 12 for 20 bucks, which is actually pretty cheap from Amazon, and it's prime. So you want to start off with thin layers because we're going to add about 2 to 3 layers depending on how opaque you want the color to be. These nail polishes do cure in both LED and UV lamps. And after you're satisfied with the first layer, you're going to pop that in the LED lamp for about 60 seconds. And you're going to come back and do a second coat. And just because I felt like it, I went back in and added a third coat of nail polish. And we're going to pop that in the LED lamp again for 60 seconds. Now to decorate my nails, I'm just going to be using this wax pencil that I got from Amazon for like 8 bucks, my Mia Secret brush on clear nail gel resin, and the activator spray. and these box of crystals. Some of them I got from Amazon, some of them I got from eBay. They're all mixed up in there, but you get the point. Now the Mia Secret brush on resin dries pretty freaking fast, so you're not gonna want to brush this on your whole nail because it's gonna dry on you. You're gonna have to add more, so you want to work section by section, adding a little dot here, putting the stone on. Don't be too in a rush, you know. And make sure you place the crystal where you want it, because I'm telling you, once it sets, it's not going anywhere. And if you have to, for any reason, take off the crystals, or if you place them wrong or something like that happens, you're gonna have to use nail clippers and clip them off, and you're gonna have to file down the resin so you have a smooth surface to work on again. So long story short, make sure you put the crystals where you want them. So I'm just gonna finish decorating my nails, and you guys can watch that. I'm not gonna talk through the rest of this because I already basically explained it. And these are Swarovski crystals in iridescent. I got these for a pack of, it was 5 different sizes for $4.99 off Amazon. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm putting on the last crystals, and now I'm gonna spray my nails with the gel activator, and this is gonna set the stones in place. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry this video was so freaking long, but like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Thanks for watching. Share this video. Share it. You better share it.